we got to do is have something to fasten it with. And what I'm going to use is these things here. These are standard, I guess they're made for electrical conduits. But these work pretty good. Let me take one out of the package. These are a couple of bucks for like 4 of them, but they look like that. And you see, the idea is there's one hole here that you put a screw through, and you tie it up to whatever you're, to the wall. I'm looking for a piece of hose here. There we go. Let's use this. Still, here we go. And there's your hose. See, and the idea is you go like that, and this will hold that plastic hose against the wall real nicely. So let's get busy putting these on, and then we'll put the header on. Now I want to put this header down kind of out of sight, so we're going to have to pull this table out to put it down there where these planters will cover it. So let's see if we can do this. This is pretty heavy. Let's see. Oh man, it's heavy. We don't want to move it too much or we'll stress the legs on the table. Oh, my goodness. A little more. Well, that's a heavy load on that table. Realizing. Okay. Now, as you can see, what I want to do is put it on that bottom piece of wood, facade there, and when I push it back against the wall, we should be able to hide it pretty well. So let's do that now. I found my little tool. You can buy these, Home Depot or someplace where they sell the drip irrigation things. This is a couple of bucks. It's kind of a neat tool. What you can do, you see, what you do with this is you put it here and you just kind of lean on it, and then it punches a hole in there. Now, if it's really warm, it might, you got to be at the right temperature. It's just a tip, because if you try to punch a hole and it's warm, it might collapse if this isn't sharp enough. But I've gone ahead and punched a bunch of these holes and put a little bit of header on each one of these, so I can hook them to whatever I'm going to do. So we're going to put this in as a header right now over there against the wall. So here we go. Let's just get this in first. Okay. And we'll put one at the other end. And then I'll put one at the other end. Hi, Tristan. Oh, let's see. I'll have to walk this way. Can you come out to help me? Okay. Let's see if I can get back here. Yeah, I guess there's enough room for fat old me to get back there. All right, here we go. Now let's put another one right here. Might not be able to see this one, but trust me, we're putting it. Okay. Now, what do you do? Stretch this across. Okay. So we'll put some behind the table over there. And up here. You see, you can buy these too. I don't know if it shows you this, but there's a plug on the end of this. You can buy these to basically terminate one of these in just a dead end. So let's put this in. All right. Tighten that guy up. Okay. Now we'll go to the other end. Tighten it up. Then we'll put a few in between to hold it up. So I think we need 2 more. So let's put one about here. And another one about here. Well, these little peppers are starting to sprout flowers. That's good. Okay. All right. Okay, so you can see now that I have mounted that header there with the little pigtails sticking out of it all across here. And now what I'm going to do is push that table back and have those little pigtails sticking up, and that's what I'm going to hook the soaker hoses to. So let's push the table back now. Well, I guess that's about actually as close to the wall as you can get because of the way things are built here. There's these posts are sticking out. So now let's pull these pigtails up. I've got a few extra ones, but we're gonna figure out what to do with those in a minute. We can plug those up. Now the way we're gonna plug these hoses up is like this. In other words, these little pigtails that I'm not going to be needing. Now, when I went to the store, you know, for these drip irrigation systems, you can find a whole lot of things, but I couldn't find something designed to actually just plug that hole up. So I bought these screws, and let's take them out right now. What these are is number 12 3/4 inch sheet metal screws. And what we're going to use them for is basically, I hope I got the right size, to put them in here and you twist, and basically that will terminate the end of one of these things so that you don't have water running out of it and ruining everything. And these look like perfect fit. Hopefully the screws won't let the water go through the spiral. But I've used these before and generally that doesn't happen. So I think we're all set. So now let's put the soaker hoses in there and we'll see how they go. Okay, now reading a little more about this soaker hose right here, just to see what we expect. One thing does kind of bother me a little bit. It says recommended operating pressure 15 to 25 psi. Now one of these little fountain pumps, no way it has that kind of pressure, but it might still work okay. And what it says is that flow rate for 50 feet of that is it'll do 46.5 gallons per hour at 15 psi and 65.3 gallons per hour at 25 psi. So this is going to be like 3 or 4 pounds, maybe a little less than that. So the bottom line is if you get any flow at all out of here, all it'll mean is that you might have to run your pump a little longer than you think. But that's okay, because these timers, the cheap ones, can run at 15-minute intervals, so if you have to run it at least 15 minutes to get the water that you need, well, that's okay. That's no problem. That might work. So let's hook this up and see how it goes.